Well, now we've just discussed your Waterloo successes, and the Waterloo's been a really good venue for you, haven't it, as well?
Well, yes, yes and no. I've had some of the most marvellous moments on that green, and also some of the most horrendous. Sometimes you think you've never seen the green before. You go on and you think, what's going on? It's just how it is. That's the game of bowls for you.
Yeah, yeah. And winning this trophy Saturday, the Cheshire Major, it's got you in the Champion of Champions. You've won that twice, 78 and 80.
Yeah, and I've been beaten in the final twice. In fact, Stan Frith beat me in the final one year when he won the Waterloo. He won that and the All England.
When he did the treble, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I think that year in '83 it was actually in the played on grandstand, wasn't it, that afternoon?
It could have been, yeah. That was
afternoon.
One of my most horrible moments, because the last end I think I was winning 2019 and played only a short mark and left 2 balls 4 feet short and Stan got 2 per game. And it was like,
And you went back in 1980 and won it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, and another thing to aim for. It's only 5 games that day now this year. Can you manage 5 again?
Well, we'll give it a try.
One competition I will mention as well, which I've got to, because I was heavily involved in, was obviously the Bass Olympia at Stafford.
Yeah.
Which was last played in 1991, and of course the sponsors pulled out after that. But you were the last person to win that.
Yeah, it's a shame that still hasn't continued. It was, if you don't mind me saying, a very well run competition by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody used to want to play in that. Yeah.
I'll say that the last year we run it, I think we ended up with virtually 1,200 entries.
I know, it's amazing.
And you've still got the trophy, I guess, somewhere.
Yeah, it's around somewhere.
Well, don't lose it, because one day we're thinking of running it again. So. You know, you might be 92 then as well now before him to come to defend it as well. Yeah, it was. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed doing it, and all the players enjoyed it at the time. And say, to be the last winner, I suppose, is something you're proud of as well.
Yes, I certainly am. Yeah.
Have you still got the cheque?
Yeah. Yes, it's as I said, I've got a little office in part of my garage is made into an office, and that's up on the wall as well.
Is it? Okay, that's right. But the proper cheque, I guess you've probably cashed that by now.
No, I think my wife spent it fairly quickly.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now we must also touch on your indoor flat green exploits. I mean, without doubt, I think it's fair to say you're probably the most complete bowler with Crown Green and the flat. I mean, we must mention your Super Bowl success, which something you've got to be really, really proud of.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I got involved in indoor flat green bowls simply through actually winning the Champion of Champions in 1980. Tyne Tees Television were running a competition, and they wanted different types of bowls players to be involved in it. And they wanted the Crown Green Champion of Champions for that year, which was me. And then they had the Federation Bowls Champion, that's a form of bowls that takes place in East Anglia. And then they had the 4 home countries singles champions, a couple of ladies champions, plus David Bryant and a couple of other people.
So what year was the Super Bowl now?
That was 1985.
Right. So between 80 and 85, did you get the bug then for this flat green?
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I started playing in the national competitions. Slowly but surely started making some progress with them. I mean, it was, people think it's easy to go and play flat green balls, but it's not. There's certain different skills involved, and especially from the concentration side of things, and also there's more balls near the jack. There's more things can happen. You need to know what might happen if a certain ball is played.
Yeah. And the Super Bowl, for those who are watching now who don't know what we're talking about, what was the format?
Well, there were 16 top flat green bowlers and 16 top crown green bowlers that were involved in it, and it was on a knockout basis, playing the best of 3 sets up to the final, and the final was the best of 5 sets.
Yeah. And where was it played?
It was held at Granada Studios. They had a portable rink that was laid. Absolutely perfect flat surface. It was done with laser beams to make sure it's completely flat. And tiered stands at the side. 1,000 people used to be in there every afternoon, every night. Tremendous atmosphere.
Yeah.
And that actually ran for 5 years altogether.
Yeah. Well, I guess with it being played in Manchester, there's probably a lot of Crown Green followers who went along watching it.
Well, I would say the majority were Crown Green players, because there isn't a tremendous lot of flat green in the Lancashire area.
Do you think playing the flat green has, your Crown Green has helped you with your flat, or your flat's helped you in any aspects of your Crown Green game?
I think both have helped actually, because in the flat green game, there's certain shots, I've seen people playing certain shots and couldn't believe the outcome of it, but they played for that. Just looking at plants, you know, 2 balls close together, if you hit the first one where the other one won't go, and what they call chop and lie, which is playing with a little bit of weight to take a ball out and stay in its place. And the other way, Crown Green wise, I know that Tony Alcock, who's one of the best flat green bowlers has ever been, used to say that he didn't like playing me because he was never quite sure what I was going to do.
You wasn't a typical flat green player.
Correct,
no.
yeah.
You did the unexpected.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Well, so are you still involved heavily in the flat? You still play as much?
I'm still playing. I did have a couple of years where I didn't do too much, but the last couple of winters I've been back in it again. Yeah.